Hey guys, this is Hit Paint and Play. Mr. Philip here is going to show me how to play Xwing, so hopefully he doesn't embarrass me too badly. And he's being kind enough to show me the rules and all how the game works, so it'll be a good time.
You know, you are going to be playing a little bit of a nerf because you want just with some higher pilots, good pilots that came right to 100 instead of, and you don't have any of the modifications with them.
Yep.
So that makes it a little bit harder on him.
Yep. So today I'm playing Wrexler, Bobba Fett, and Terran Cowl, and then TIE Interceptor, the Firefly 31, and TIE Defender. No upgrades, and should be a good time. He's got a whole fun list. And is that Poe over there?
Yeah, I have Poe Dameron with Auto Thruster, RP5, P9, and Push the Limit.
Sweet.
Then I have Blue Ace with Integrated Astromech and R7T1. And then I have Blue Squadron Pilot with Proton Torpedoes, Extra Munitions, Guidance Ships, and Fire Control System.
Sweet. What time do I close down tonight? 11?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
But it would be the lowest pilot skills will get to move first, and then the highest pilot skills get to shoot first.
Okay.
So I mean, you go in order. I'll have the lowest pilot skill. I'll go my 2, my 5, then Poe, then Tetron will move. Then I'll go Poe, then I'll go Wrexler and Bobba.
Okay, cool.
For movement. But for shooters, since I took initiative, Poe will shoot first, and then Bobba and Wrexler will get to shoot.
Okay, cool.
It's even unmodified. Wrexler and Bobba are scary when they shoot. They shoot a lot.
Now, with if they have the same pilot skill, how do you decide who goes first?
With the 3 like we have here, because I took initiative, they go first. For yours, you get to choose.
Just choose whoever. Okay, cool.
Because they're the same pilot skill.
Alright.
And it doesn't have to be once I choose who goes first at the beginning. It's not permanent. Like you can choose whoever goes first every single round.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so go ahead and pull your guys off the board.
Okay.
I'll choose the first rock. Now the difference between rocks is this is an asteroid. Ones like this color are going to be debris.
Okay.
These guys, if you fly over them, you roll a red dice. If it hits a hit or a crit, you suffer that effect or lose a shield. You lose a shield, or if you don't have any shields, you suffer the effect. You get either a face down card or a face up card. If you land on a rock, it's the same thing as if you can't perform your actions, can't shoot. But that's also the same for this guy. Also, I forgot to mention, when you fly over him, you don't get your action for the turn.
Okay, cool.
So as long as you don't land on him, you can still shoot. But if you land on an asteroid, you cannot shoot. These guys are a little bit more forgiving. If you land on them, you can still shoot. The issue is when you go over or land on these guys, you immediately gain a stress, which makes it impossible for you to take an action, unless you're Tycho or Dash. And you would roll a red die like the other one. If it lands on a crit, then you get one. So it doesn't do it for hits, only on crits.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to place him right here. And when you place rocks, they have to be 1 apart, and they have to be 2 from each edge. At least 2 from, like, say you want the corner of this guy, you have to go 2 and 2 and sit right there.
Oh, cool. So is that the I place one then?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you just check, so you are good. Take this one and do it here. That. Okay. Okay, so you're good there, and you're good there. Place that right there. The last rock is yours. So that is good there, and good there. Cool. Alright, now when we deploy, it goes from lowest possible to highest. So my 2, then my 5, then Tetran, then Poe, then Bwing and wrexler.
Okay, cool.
So, Blue Squadron Bwing. And the biggest difference between factions is a lot of times the Imperials are going to be squishier, but they're much faster, they're much dodgier than the Rebels are. The Rebels have shields. Not to say the Rebels can't dodge, some of them can dodge well. But the Rebels have shields and they can hit really hard.
Okay, cool. Some of my guys are more about getting behind.
Yes.
Now, if you get behind this, does that break line of sight?
Yes. If, say, you fire at me or I fire at you, say, let's use Poe here. Say that you're right here and I'm shooting at you. So let's put this in here. You go from your arc, but you draw from closest to closest. So you do this arc corner to the corner of your base there, and it passes through a rock. It passes through a rock that gives you an extra defense die, and your green on the card is how many defense die you get. So if it was through that rock, you get an extra, and also you get an extra if you're at range 3 and I fire with a primary weapon. If someone fires with a secondary weapon, like this guy has his torpedoes, then you don't get the range bonus, but you still, if it's obstructed, you still get a bonus. So if I was at range 3 and obstructed, you would get 2 extra dice with Bobba. Or, God help me, if I'm shooting at Tetran or him at range 3, then you have 5 dice. Because you can dodge like crazy.
Okay.
That's why I gave you 5 of the dice. So this guy's placed. I am going to place blue ace over here.
So do you start within 1?
Yes, you can go up to 1, so you can be anywhere in here. You can have them as close to each other, you can have them touching each other starting. It's not oftentimes recommended. There's a goofy tactic you can do with the aggressor, which is a large scum ship, where they can sit next to each other and just not move the whole game. It's not exactly the wisest thing to do, but it is a tactic you can use with that ship. So my 2 are placed, then we go to Tetran.
Okay. So Tetran is
the interceptor.
Put those switch around. And then just
just use because this is the distance you can move.
Okay.
So you got that range rule right there for you.
Oh, okay. Cool. And then 1? Okay, so start
and my Poe. You're going to start a little backwards. Okay. And then Bobba and wrexler, you can place in whatever order you want. Boba's got a really good ability because, I mean, he's good for. I like Bobba because he's good if you're new to the game. He's a good way to learn to fly big ships because he can self-correct, and then once you kind of get the hang of it, you can move on to a ship that's, got
more unforgiving.
It's an unforgiving ship, but oftentimes will be a better ship.
Okay.
The issue with the Fire Spray, it's a good ship, but it's really hard to get people in arc if they get out of your arc. They've got the rear arc, which is really nice, but there are some ships that have a 360 arc.
Like the Falcon.
The Falcon will, the Outrider will, the other big Imperial ship, which is Round's name.
Okay.
Sure, someone on there will yell at me. It's like, yeah, it's got this.
They always do, man. So much hate mail.
So now we're set. So now you will set your dials.
Okay.
There are 3 types of maneuvers. There are green maneuvers, white maneuvers, and red maneuvers. Green maneuvers are what they consider the easy maneuver. Those allow you, if you do a green maneuver and say you've got a stress token on you, and you do a green maneuver, it relieves 1 stress token.
Okay.
White maneuvers are your standard maneuvers. They don't hurt you. They don't help you. red maneuvers are what they call the hard maneuvers. So like if you turn around, or if it's a really hard turn for you, it'll be red. And when you perform that maneuver, you get a stress token. And when you're stressed, you cannot take actions. So that's you have to be wise when you do the red maneuvers.
Okay, so it's like only if necessary kind of thing. Okay.
The nice thing about one of the guys you're playing, which is the defender,
Mm-hmm.
the TIE defenders have a K turn where they turn around, but it's not red, it's white.
For real?
It's a 4 turn. The thing is, they're not good at actually turning, doing sharp turns.
Oh, okay. So they're more. Okay.
They have a good sweeping arc and they turn around like crazy.
Okay.
Like that's they have one of the coolest maneuvers I think in the game.
All right, man.
So what we do is you set your dials, you set them face down, and then we go one at a time from lowest to highest pilot scale.
Okay. Now is this what I'm measuring the distance by?
These are your action maneuvers. That's your firing.
Okay.
This is your range order for firing. And the actions you have, most of the Imperials have the evade action, which is this little squiggle with a dot next to it.
Mm-hmm.
That allows you, when I fire, say I rolled my dice and I got 3 hits on you, and then you rolled your evade dice, you got 2 evades and a blank. You can then, because you took that evade action, you have the evade token, you can spend that last evade to evade the last shot.
That's sweet. Okay.
The focus is the go-to action for everyone because
it gives you a bonus to your defense and attack, right?
It can. Because say the eyeballs, say I attack there, the eyeballs, you'd spend the focus token and all the eyeballs turn hits.
Oh, nice.
It is the same with the evade dice.
Okay.
If you roll evades and you have a focus and you get the eyeballs, they all turn to evades. The other ones that these two have is that little cross.
The crosshair.
That's the target lock. What you do is you declare a target lock, say. So all my guys can do that because rebels all have target lock except for the A-wing. No wait, the A-wing has target lock. What am I saying? It's a barrel. That's what you guys have a lot of. I don't have a lot of. Only this guy really has a barrel. But what target lock does is say, I want to declare a target lock on, let's say someone's right here. So what you do is you take your range ruler, and you don't have to have them in your firing arc to target lock, you just have to be in range. So you measure distance closest to closest. If it's within this range ruler, you get a target lock. When you have a target lock and you fire, you can spend that target lock token to reroll any amount of dice you want. You can,
nice.
Even if you got hits, you can reroll the whole thing if you want, but it's at your discretion.
Okay.
Now, the barrel roll, what you do on the small ships is that you would take, let's say this guy right here. You can put this here or on the other side. It's only sides. You can't put it on the front or back because that would be cheating. Except if you're a phantom, he can go to the front. But what it allows you to do, you can move over the side. You put it here. You can't go past your edges, but you can go back or front. And then you can put this at the front here. Then you can move him over. You can either go from front to front or front to back or anything in between. So you can adjust it the way you want it.
Okay.
The other one that you have on a lot of the Imperial ships, especially that one, he has the boost action. What you can do, you can take this one or this one, and when you perform boost action, you either boost forward one or you boost forward to the left. Okay. To the right or left, depending on which one you choose to do this. Note when you do barrel rolls or boosts.
And is a boost after a move? Or any
all actions are after you move unless you have something that states otherwise.
All right.
When you boost or barrel roll with any ship, the rule is when you lay it down, you have to try to perform the boost in the way you laid it down. So say I did that, I'm committed to go that way. Now, if you boost and it hits this, you can't boost that way. So you can try to. Then negate it, and you can try to boost another way or do another action.
Okay.
And it's the same with barrel rolling. Like you cannot barrel roll or boost off the board.
All right. Cool.
And if your base goes off the board, the guy is eliminated. Okay, so go ahead and start setting it. You got your dial set.
Yeah.
I've been blabbing this whole time, so now I'm just going to do that. You actually, you're going to do that. Okay, my guys are set. So my 2 is low pile skill, so he will go first. Reveal dial, I'm doing a 3-4. So. Okay, so there's 3 forward. I'm just going to focus. So then I move to my blue ace, which is the pile skill 5. He's also going to do a 3 forward. And he is going to focus. Now, all the named pilots have some kind of ability. Like Bobba can, if you don't want to go the way you think you're about to go, you can just change it to the opposite one.
Okay.
If you read out, and that's what it says. Tetrin, when he reveals a K turn, he can do it any kind of K turn he wants, pretty much. So if you like turn around, you can do it so far. You can just do a 1 and turn.
Oh, so you can like start your movement and then K turn if you want to.
Oh, can I read it?
Between 1, 3, if it's 1, as long as it's 1, 3, or 5. Then...
Yeah.
Okay.
So like when you reveal a K turn, like if it's a red maneuver for him, but when you reveal a K turn, you can choose between 1,
3, and 5.
3 and 5.
Okay. Cool.
Poe, if he has a focus token, when he attacks or defends, if he rolls a focus, one he can change one of those focuses immediately to a hit or an evade.
Oh, nice.
He just does that automatically. That's only one of them, so you can't just say, "Oh, I rolled all focuses. I have all evades or hits." It doesn't work that way. I would have to spend my focus to do that. Blue Ace, he has the boost action just like Poe does and your interceptor does. So when he boosts, he has the option to not only use the regulars, he can use the hard one also.
Yeah, okay.
So he can turn really hard, really fast. And he's using R7T1, so what that lets me do, I can choose I use it as an action, so I can choose a ship at range 1 to 2. If I'm in their firing arc, I can target lock them and then perform a boost.
Dang.
Wrexler, if you hit someone and you have a focus, say after you damage someone and you have a focus and you actually get damage cards on them, you can spend that focus and turn all those cards face up, which can be really devastating. It's not an ability that gets used very often because, I mean, it can be potentially dangerous for him to do because it leaves him vulnerable because he doesn't have his focus for his defense, but it's something he's allowed to do.
So maybe if it's like a last ditch effort to knock
it's either it's an opportunist kind of ability. So you do it when you're not going to get shot at, and you can put damage cards on them. That's when you would do it.
Cool.
Bwing doesn't do anything. It's just a blue squad of Bwing. It's not named.
Oh, okay. Cool.
The Bwings just keep going. I mean, they can't fly fast. They can't dodge. They're just a stick with a ton of shields.
Okay.
Alright, so those guys move, so it's Tetron's turn.
Okay, cool. And then we did a 4-3.
Okay.
So it's here.
Put it right between the pegs.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. And now you get to choose which action you want to do.
Okay. And then boost 1?
Okay. Yeah, you can boost.
Okay, cool. Boost.
Okay.
Cool. And then it's
my Poe, because I have initiative, and then you can choose which one you want.
Okay, cool.
In whatever order. Poe's going to do 4 forward.
And then in between this time, do I need to go ahead and kind of do what I need to do, or do I need to wait for you to?
You can go ahead and start planning. Just don't put them next to the guys.
Okay.
Oftentimes you want to wait to see where everyone's going to end up before you do it, because it gives you a better idea of what you should do. Suppose going to focus. So go ahead and you can do your.
Okay. Cool. So gonna go ahead and do 4 for this guy here.
I'll explain kind of as we go along what some of the upgrades they do.
Okay, and then for him, I'm just gonna focus. And then for Bobba, just move another 4. Okay. And then for him, just focus.
Alright. So now we move into the combat phase. We check the ranges, so I'll start with my Poe because he's in range. So we check his range. So a lot of times to see if you're in range. So that's going to be in range. So I have a range 3 against you, so you'll get 4 dice instead of opposed to your regular 3. So what I will do is I roll this first. You give me time to modify it. Then after I'm done modifying, then you get to roll your dice.
Okay, cool.
Do that. I have nothing I can modify it with, so hit and a crit. So you go ahead and roll your 4 dice.
Oh, just all 4.
Yep.
Okay.
So you dodged.
So 2 evades.
2 evades and a head.
And then this focus. Let's say if one of them was another one was a miss, I could use this focus to make it an evade.
If you had a focus token.
Okay.
Cool. Now we would check Bubba or Rex or whoever we would want to shoot with first.
Probably Bubba.
Right, so what you do is you would check to see if he has range on everyone. He does not have range.
Wrexler.
Does not have range. And then Tetrin actually should have a shot on Poe. This is where you get the handy dandy laser pointer.
Nice.
So he has him in arc. So he does have a range 3.
Okay.
So you would use 3 dice, and I would have 3 dice.
Okay. And then so 2 hits.
2 hits. Poe's ability goes off. He dodges 1, and he takes 1 damage.
Cool.
Now, at the end of combat, I'll show you one of the upgrades. This is the droid Poe's carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Rebels usually can get astromechs with a lot of their ships. I took R5P9. What he does at the end of the combat phase, I may spend 1 of my focus tokens to recover 1 shield.
Oh, nice.
So I have a focus token left, so I'll spend that and I'll recover a shield.
Cool.
So one thing Rebels do have a lot of, they can regenerate their shields, which is actually a kind of a fairly mean tactic in the grand scheme of everything. This here. Now we move back to the planning phase with our dials,
Okay.
and we just continue the process.
Cool.
Oh, it's going to do. Also, I did forget to do something. Show you, I could have done that because I was at range 3. But I have a little upgrade called auto thrusters.
Mm-hmm.
What is it says when defending, if you're beyond range 2 or outside their firing arc, the primary firing arc, which is the front arc,
Mm-hmm.
I may change one of my blank results to an evade result. So at long range, or if I'm outside your regular firing arc, because there are certain ships that can fire 360, but their primary fire arc is always the front. So if I'm out of that, I can change one of my blank results to a evade.
Sweet.
The other ability he has, I have push the limit. What that lets me do after I move, I would take my action I can receive a stress token and take another action. The other upgrade that this guy had, I explained that droid earlier. He also has an upgrade called Integrated Astromech. What that allows me to do is, say you hit me after you've gone through my shield, and say you hit me really hard. If I want to save myself, I can discard that and my Astromech. Well, I discard the Astromech card, and I can cancel out that damage card. So it gives me an extra point of health. I use my droid as essentially a countermeasure. I just like launch him out and it hits the blaster. It's really horrible, but I mean, the Bwing is just, he has lots of ordnance. He has torpedoes. He has extra munitions, that just gives him an extra shot at the torpedoes. He has the fire control system. When he fires, after he does an attack, and the attack's completed, I can acquire a target lock on the same guy I shot at. And then he also has something called guidance ships, which is one of the most terrifying things to come out recently. When I do a secondary weapon attack, it's either proton or your torpedo or missile, I can change one of my die results, any die result, to a hit. And if I have a primary weapon skill of 3 or more, I can change it to a crit.
What?
So it can hit really, really hard. On that guy, these two are your friends. Like when you go start kind of messing with him, making your own guys, the interceptor, his two best friends. There isn't another elite pilot skill talent you put on an interceptor side push the limit. You can, and it's funny to watch sometimes because they can do some goofy things with others, but they're very, very threatening with push the limit because they have so many actions they can do. Okay, so all your guys are set. Oh, and at the end of turn, all of the tokens clear, so you pull those away. Okay. Except for target locks. Target locks stick around until you use them. And target locks and the stresses will stick around until you use them. And there are certain equipment that lets you keep on certain guys that lets you keep something on, but not on any of these guys. Alright, so my 2 will go first. So he's going to do a 1 forward. This is a nice thing about Rebels. Also, Rebels can go really slow.
Yeah, you're not worried. The longer you keep me in range, the better, almost.
Yeah. What Imperials like to do, they like to get behind people really close because they're very, very good at that. He is going to. This squadron is going to target lock. But as to who I'm going to target lock is interesting. I'm going to target lock.
Not wrexler.
I think I'm actually going to target lock Bobba Fett.
Yes. My shields. Now, what's the difference between the red and the blue?
Blue is you who's getting a target lock. Red is who you're locked onto.
Oh, okay, cool. That's neat.
Then Blue Ace will move. He's going to do a slight 1 to this way. And this is where I do my weird shenanigans. He's going to check his. He's going to try to R7 T1 against Bobba. Because I am in your firing line. And I'm going to see if I'm in range 2. I'm not in range 2, so I can't do the R7 T1.
Nice. Very nice.
So I'm going to just do a boost and do a hard 1.
First time playing, so I'm assuming this will be bad.
Maybe.
I made it very aware that he didn't have any upgrades on his dude, so it kind of was handicapping.
Could be.
Yeah, but they still hit like trucks.
Conveniently, the defender actually is really good.
Yeah.
For a base stat line, it's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost a little overcosted, but for a base stat line, it's really good. Fire spray is not bad either. It's like a really fat Xwing.
Tetrin can go now.
Alright, cool. So, Tetrin. Gonna hard turn.
Do a hard 2?
2.
Okay. So, what you do first is you hold him down and you make sure he's not going to go over the. So, if the template goes over that, which it will not, so you will miss it completely.
Okay. Okay, and then he will probably So I can boost the turn a little bit.
You can, but you can't use that one. You can use the
This
bank
one right here.
or the straight.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and boost.
Okay.
We good?
Yep.
Okay, and what about like if ships come in contact with each other?
What happens if they say like I hit you right here? If we're in base-to-base contact, we can't shoot at each other. I don't get an action when I bomb, and we can't shoot at each other.
Okay.
But I can shoot at someone else who's not in base-to-base with me. There are certain ships that can. They have a special pilot ability.
Okay.
But you'll learn about them probably in the future. So now Pogos, he's going to do 1 forward. Poe's going to focus. And he's also going to push to target lock. Why does that do a anyways? Alright, now you can move whichever one of your 8 you want to first.
Okay, cool. So, this guy here.
Give me slot 3. There you go.
Sure. And then for him.
Bwing, you're going to lose shields this turn.
Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and do a target lock.
Okay.
On the Bwing.
Okay. And
okay, cool. And then Boba Fett's going to do a slide 3 as well.
Okay. So you are going to run into blue race.
Okay.
So what you do is that you put that there, and then you follow this over here, as long as and keep it between the pegs. So what you do is
until they're in contact with each other.
Until they're in contact with each other. So right there. Go ahead and pull it out. Okay, so you don't get an action.
Okay.
Alright.
You've only done one.
So, everyone has moved and taken their actions. So we go to combat phase. Post shoots first because he has initiative. So he'll fire range 1 at touching. I get an extra dice at range 1 when he's firing. When you're at range 1, so he's going to get an extra die when he fires also this turn.
Okay.
So that's what you get at range 1 firing. Range 3, you get the extra evade. So Poe's going to fire. 4 hits.
4 hits. So then
Versus 3.
3. Dang. So I got 1 evade.
Tetran dies.
It dies. No, Tetran doesn't die. Alright, cool.
We don't have an extra damage deck right now, so I'm just going to let you use mine. Usually each person will have their own. So what you do is you go 1, 2, 3, put that on Tetran's card, and take Tetran off the board.
Bummer. Take this target off.
Yeah, I take the target off.
Okay. Keep that over here going.
Okay. Now we go to your 8s. Boba has no shot on anyone, because no one's in his arc.
Okay.
And he's in face-to-face with him, so you can't fire him. So, Wrexler.
So then Wrexler is going to fire at him. So he's within 2, so he doesn't. Wait.
You go closest. So.
So is it? And it can be like the very top tips.
Yeah, it just can't be the pegs.
Okay.
So
technically, the one. You make a call.
My issue is I haven't won any of the big tournaments, so I don't have the nifty.
So I was reading some of these Forge World challenges.
So that is range 2 actually.
Okay. Yes. Are there some that are like super? Like,
what they are is that it's got one that's just cut here, and then they have the actual range ruler. It's really easy for measuring. So you get a range 2 shot. I still can't dodge very well.
Okay.
So it'd be your 3 versus my 1.
And then I have target lock.
Yes.
So, okay.
So you can spend a target lock and reroll the 2 blanks. Or if you wanted to reroll a hit. I wouldn't recommend it. So 2 hits.
2.
So I roll 1. I lose 2 shields.
Oh. And then the target lock just come back.
Yeah, you get your target lock.
Okay, cool.
Alright. My blue ace can't fire Bobba, but he has an arc on Wrexler, and it's range 3. So Wrexler gets an extra defense die.
The unknown founding, and they're from the Gene Splice
Nothing.
protocol.
Okay. Now my Bwing
And then there is some Inquisition.
does not have range on Bobba, so he'll take a range 2 at Wrexler.
As each of the angels. Hopefully that they might
2.
and revolt against their
So
orders.
1 evade. That's it.
So you lose 1 shield. Complete his attack, he will use his fire control system and move his target lock to him. So you can only be locked onto one guy at a time. So if you want to change your target lock and you've already got a lock on someone else, you just move that lock to another person. Alright, so now, end the combat, clear all the tokens.
I would like
Okay.
to follow
Tokens.
So now we set our dice.
So.
even though it's just stock standard boring like. Or when you're about to ask me what am I looking for and what are you going to use it? Oh. Okay, nice
Alright,
job.
the heck, you can't just. Dang it! Oh no.
It's going to pretty much be sitting in the corner holding it.
Oh, I can do the right one.
Until it is either destroyed or I find another purpose for it.
Now, if they are stressed, can they do an attack or no?
Yes.
No. Okay, they can still attack.
Yeah, they can do attack all day long.
And then how do we resolve this? Does it just like as if they pass by each other?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Alright. Cool.
So I'm still playing my guys out.
I don't know why I do that, but for whatever reason, when I pick up a bottle of Super I just open close. Do you have
So my 2?
the book of Valbor?
I have a GW supplement, you know.
Yes.
And he will focus. Blue ace.
Apparently there are some
Do this
form of
3 bank.
formations in there.
Yeah, they're apocalypse formation.
I was on, not Battle Lost, Dr. Doctor,
That's what you do is you line it up.
and they were talking about us.
And all 3 of the books have
That. And blue
those
ace
have
will
tiered
focus.
formations. And the Tyranid players, like, yeah, I'm so
Set friend's
happy
gone,
with
so it moves to Poe.
on our gaming
Oh,
club.
there's a slight one.
Everybody lets me use those formations.
The slight one is a green maneuver, so he relieves his stress.
In the line.
I don't know, I haven't looked at them. Because they're not green. So I don't care.
And it could be.
Poe will focus. that's all. And Poe will finish this action. So Wrexler and Bubba, whoever you want to go first with.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do Bubba first.
By the
So
way,
he's
you
gonna do
mentioned last week, basic library.
a hard turn or the
Yeah, I noticed that.
This
I
three
read that.
reverse.
3 reverse.
So
That will fly you off the board and you'll be removed.
for all.
Go ahead and change it since you're kind of getting used to this.
Okay.
The big ships are really hard to
Yeah, you're
gauge
gonna use it
with.
for the purpose of using them.
That is the kicker about this game. Man. Now.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but usually if you did that, the piece would just auto be eliminated. Since you're kind of new to it, let's just kind of change the dial so you can play the game.
Going off the map.
Yeah.
Now this is hard.
Yes, that is the hard.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and change it to the hard 3.
Go ahead, go new.
So,
Right there.
sorry.
There we go. Close enough. Right. You can do your action.
And then with that action, now he has evade, target lock, and I can target lock anybody even if they're not in my firing line.
Correct, as long as they're in range 3. Within the range of your range ruler.
I don't have any hit dice, there's no point. Oh, I guess I'll just focus.
Well,
Now, do you have to do an action?
yes. You don't have to,
Okay.
but it's recommended you do because the actions are one of them.
Because you
That can be
potentially.
what ends the game.
Okay, cool.
It can be what makes the game.
And homeboy here, he's gonna make a
Hard 2. So it's a red maneuver, so he will be stressed. One good way to do this when you have small ships, I was able to do that on your big ship earlier because I can lay the temple on top, and what you do here is I'll proxy this guy, and this will give you room to do the maneuver. Because you're not going to hit me in actuality, so this is okay to do.
So, my friend was a little vague on it, but if he ends up moving the ship while he's trying to,
If he accidentally bumps the ship.
What does that do in the tournament?
In a tournament, a lot of times, if the 2 players cannot agree on where exactly it was, they call a judge over, and the judge makes a decision. He'll kind of either find a place where they can both agree on that looks good to them, or he will just make a decision. If they're not agreeing on anything, he said, "This is my decision. This is what it's going to be."
Okay.
But you keep arguing about that, DQ you. So now you put a stress token on him because it's a red maneuver, so you can't take any actions.
Okay.
Alright, so we move the combat phase. Poe has no shot. Bobba has no shot. Wrexler has no shot. Blue Ace might have a shot.
Now you can't. Now can you shoot through your?
No, the Bwing can't shoot at his back.
Well, can he shoot through his ally?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you can shoot through your ally.
Okay. Cool. But technically he does.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that will be range 2. 3 versus 2. So you use 1 shot. Also, when you are stressed, you cannot perform another red maneuver while you're stressed.
Okay.
If you do, the legal rules, if you're stressed and you perform a red maneuver, unless another card states so, I get to decide your maneuver.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So you're flying to rock. If you're close to the edge, I'm flying right off the board, because that's just a kill for me. So now we pull these tokens.
There's a lot more planning to this than I thought there would be. A lot.
It's I always kind of joke about this game. The game is all planning. The tactical side comes from all the planning and how you're going to take your actions, and then the luck side, which essentially goes tactical, then you go rock, paper, scissors.
Pretty much, man.
Rock, paper, scissors that I can somewhat adjust.
Alright.
I forgot my action.
Jeez Louise, have we really already been sitting here for 44 minutes, man?
Oh yeah, this game
Goodness gracious.
takes the time. Alright, so the Bwing will go first. This is a nice maneuver Bwings have. They have a 2K. So he's going to stress himself out. But he's also going to be pointing at you. So, the Bwing will turn around.
It's in the yard. Oh no.
So, blue dice now. Also, that's another thing. Once you've played your dials and someone starts lifting the dials, you can't change them.
Oh, okay, I was just looking at something, making sure to
Oh.
mess something up before I...
Focus. And no difference of Poe will do his turn. Oh no, that's not good. Crap. Poe just smashed into blue race. Alright, so now you guys can go.
Okay, cool. Alright, so... I'm going to spell here. Where do I...
4K?
4.
Alright, so you're still stressed, so you can't take an action, but you are turned around now.
Okay. And then he will... So no action. And then Bobba's going to hard 3.
Gotcha. There you go. There you go.
So
So now Bobba gets his action.
and then Bobba's going to go ahead and do a... So as long as they're not touching, I can still do a target lock and fire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I'll go ahead and target lock.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay. Alright, so my opponent's initiative, he'll fire first. His unmodified range 1 at so 4 dice versus your 2 dice. 2.
Dose versus my 4.
2.
2. That sucks.
So you take 2 shields.
Bummer.
Alright, Bobba and Wrexler now have shots.
Okay, so Bobba's first. He's gonna.
Range 1 against Poe.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 red dice versus my 2 green.
And then I can use a target lock to.
Reroll any amount of dice you want. So 2.
Suppose this might be an issue with the ball books.
So I lose 1 shield.
And then.
Target locks and spins.
Thank you. And then Wrexler.
For a regular 40K.
I think it's range 2.
Just short. So it's range 3.
Okay, so then you get an additional. So then
One extra die.
I have 3. 1.
Oh, and rolling for
And
psychic powers?
Polythuster.
Doesn't matter if you keep getting the same roll, you keep rolling.
Alright. Blue Ace fires range 1 at Bobba. So 4 versus your 2.
Okay.
I'll spend my focus for 2 hits. So roll 2 dice. 2 shields. Bwing.
You know the same power twice, and if you get the same power twice, you re-roll until you get range.
It's gonna be big fat no. So he's gonna fire range 2 at Bobba. Two.
Okay. No my shield.
They have 4 shields, right?
Yeah. You knocked him off. One the last round, one, and then one by blue.
You
Right?
lost 2 shields on
In the
him.
process,
Yeah, you lost 2 shields. You
really
lost
cool about my guy.
2 shields off him.
Yeah, the fact that you could do that with, like,
So you should have 1 damage.
Okay. Okay. My mistake.
Do what?
like, this exact corner.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant my marine or my lever range.
And then whenever it's critical, you do the flip.
Right, if so, if like you don't have shields and you suffer one of those,
Mhm.
you take that. When you cancel damage, and say like you're on to where you're at cards, when you roll evades, hits are canceled first, then crits are canceled. So if you are going to suffer damage, say there was a hit and a crit and you only rolled 1 evade, you would suffer the crit, not just the hit. Not the hit though. Alright, so I am going to keep my target lock on Wrexler. I'm not going to use my fire control. So we will move to Dials.
Do me a favor real quick.
Mm.
We're under 898.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, new Space Marine stuff is coming up.
Yeah. Sweet. 4 new psychic trees just for Space Marine.
Mm-hmm. New formations for all Space Marine characters.
Be interesting.
Excited for that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Chaos is getting an update.
Alright.
Yeah, the
Like
Betrayal of Calf.
It's going to relieve his stress, but he's going to run into someone.
What?
As long as you're doing the agreement maneuver, it doesn't matter if you hit someone, you can still relieve stress.
No.
Yeah.
It's still a agreement maneuver. But he's going to, who's he going to hit? I think he's going to hit Blue Ace first. So, yeah, right there.
1020.
Sure. Sounds good.
Right there. Blue Ace. It's going to do a hard 2.
Yeah, Defender's still out there. Boba Fett's still out there.
Tetran didn't last long.
No, he's an Interceptor.
Interceptors, if they get hit, they tend to just top.
Yeah. They live and die on green dice.
Actually, we're going to make this easier. Let's do this the smart way.
There you go. Genius. Pure genius.
Did you see the thing where they call it, where the guy who plays Poe They're calling him a genius on the internet because they got that picture of him. He eats like the flaming hot Cheetos with chopsticks so he doesn't get the red crap on his hands.
Yeah. It's a good call.
He is going to R7T1 against Boba Fett.
Target lock and do the boost. Well, you may boost. You don't have to boost, but you can boost. Where you going, buddy?
Blue Ace cheats like he does.
Sometimes. He doesn't cheat as bad as some. Like, it's only a little cheating. It's not cheating like,
Alright.
I'm going to win the game cheating.
Poe is going to try to do unpoe things like unpoe like things and run away. Not run away.
But it doesn't always.
Poe usually runs away.
You can't let him intimidate you. You gotta go straight at him. He said it himself. What's funny is you can actually put that on the back of the template and then take the template off.
Yeah.
Spin. 4K.
Oh, yeah. Here, put that back.
There you go. Is that anything important? Something cool?
Andy won't be here for DD.
Okay.
Oh, that would be the opposite of cool. That's not being cool really fast. Can you go back and tell me different news?
Stressed, and now Boba and Wrexler get to go.
Okay. So Wrexler's gonna get rid of that there stress.
Let's just go. Ooh, our dodge Wrexler. Yay. So now Wrexler gets his action.
He is going to probably target on Poe.
Okay.
And then on Bobba, I'm going to
Slight 3.
slide 3.
You're not gonna make it.
Not gonna make it.
So what you do here, go ahead and pick your guy up.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it a lot easier when you have to do it like this. So go ahead and pick this guy up.
Okay.
So what you do is this, and this lets you go along, keep it more accurate as you go along. So you just start here, and then I'm sitting down to do this. So, right there. Go ahead and pull yours. Boba can still shoot at Poe because he has a rear arc. Alright, so those are yours. So Poe gets to shoot first. He will shoot at Boba. That will be range 1. So I get an extra die. 2.
Evade and focus. So one more damage.
Yes.
One more damage card, please.
Alright, so Boba and Wrexler now get to shoot. Oh.
Rex is gonna fire at Poe first.
Okay.
With target lock, and I think it's probably 2.
Yeah, it's range 2.
So, and we're gonna roll those. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Thank you.
So 2v2. So it takes 2.
Yay.
Alright.
Sure.
And then Bubba will rear arc on.
Range 1.
So
I
actually,
don't think so, but I have some ideas and some things that you can do if you would like.
What takes 1?
So. Okay. Alright.
at least I
Talk
have
to
something.
you later.
Any
Bye.
Hey, John.
What?
The rear arc of the fire spray is not primary arc.
It, for the purposes of what?
Auto thruster.
Auto thruster doesn't care if it's primary arc. Auto thruster just says, is it an arc?
Yeah.
Yes. Then auto thrusters does not work.
Correct.
Yeah. It doesn't care what kind of arc it is. It can even be the rear arc on the Ghost with no phantom docked, and apparently
It doesn't work.
it doesn't work.
Alright, so Poe takes a damage. Blue Ice does not have a shot. So I'll go to my Bwing. He's going to fire a salvo of proton torpedoes at
Proton torpedoes.
Wrexler.
Choke.
So he spends his target lock.
Good luck, Rexler.
4 dice.
Hey, look, proton torpedoes. Yeah, that's it. Hit crit.
Yeah, so
What's the guidance trick?
1 hit and 3 crits.
You got this.
I really would
Oh,
like
hard to dodge on this.
Yeah. So 1 evade and
You target lock this turn, so 1 evade, so you take 3 crits.
3 crits.
So 1 shield,
1 shield.
2 face ups. So first face up.
Yeah, major hull breach.
Still not dead. Still not dead.
Damage center array. So cannot perform any actions. Listed on damage cards. And starting round after you receive this card, all damage dealt to your ship.
Yeah, he's gonna focus. Okay. Blue Ice is gonna do kind of a weird maneuver that the T-70 has. It's called Talon Roll.
Librarians and
What they do is they take a 3 hard.
discipline, and they know that discipline. You can only pick one, and you can't mix and match.
Like this.
So it's
And it's
And they can't
almost
do
like a
that
K turn,
unless you're
except
working
it does this instead.
molecular.
It's kind of like a barrel roll and a K turn put together.
That's cool.
So he gets stressed from that. Then Poe goes. Poe does a 1 forward and hopefully doesn't hit Bobba. Does not hit Bobba. Clear distress. And Poe will focus. And push 2 target lock. Okay, that goes on me. Alright, so your 2 guys.
Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Bobba first. He's trying to hide 3, but obviously it's gonna be an issue. So
Oh, these actually might fit. And he fits.
oh, okay, so they can go past him.
Oh yeah, they can fly right past him.
Okay. Okay.
Both gets an action.
And then he is definitely gonna focus.
Okay.
So he's just gonna go forward too.
Okay. I wish I had a hard one for him, so
Again, I plastic.
That was plastic.
Sweet.
It's
You
just
do
too much
throw
of
it
a,
across the room.
So Rex's action.
what it is there's
Wrexler-
just
oh,
not
no,
enough
sorry.
contact
Wrexler's
when I have it in the
gonna-
position I wanted it in.
Yeah, you're gonna target lock.
Poe.
Said Poe.
Okay. Alright. Range starts range 1 from Poe.
I was wondering if
Alright,
I
Wrexler.
right.
Poe things.
With the jetpack, it forces it down.
2 evades.
Takes 1 damage and dies. But you get simultaneous fire because you were the same pilot skill thing, so you do get to shoot back with them.
Okay, cool.
So don't pull your stuff yet. Just so shoot. Use your target lock if you need to.
Okay, so I range 1, so additional die. Making sure.
It's always use that.
So we got a crit.
But you can use the target lock. Go ahead and use the target lock for those 2 that didn't hit. So 3 hits and a crit.
3 hits and a crit.
Poe things. So Poe
2 hits.
still gonna die. So you still kill Poe.
Yes!
What happens? So we both pull Poe and Wrexler.
Sweet. Oh, okay, I guess it's time.
I'll just take them. Alright. Bobba can shoot range 1 at the Bwing.
Yep. So that's 4.
Yep.
So 2 crits and a hit.
I'm going to spend points. And I'll lose 2 points. Alright. Blue Ace fires range 1. That's his target lock. Two hits and a crit. So
2 hits and
2
a
dice.
crit. 1 of 8.
So hit and a crit.
Hits and a crit.
Hit and crit.
So weapons failure. 1 attacking roll, 1 minus die.
Alright. Bwing fires range 1. Misses. I will acquire a target lock though in my fire control system. So alright, so dials. I shouldn't have been so aggressive with Poe back there. I should have ran away. Right?
You ready?
Bwing goes a slight move and will run to the back of Bobba.
Oh, it's 21 from the other side. Right, okay, never mind.
So right there. And Blue Ace will do a slight one this way. Clears the stress. I will R7 T1 to acquire a target lock, and then we'll do a boost. And both that's turn.
Okay. And then moving forward 2. Looking like some collision here.
So we can take your focus away. So leave it there for now. Alright. So they can't shoot each other. Bobba can shoot backwards at the beam, and that will be range 1 again.
So that means it's 3 this time.
Yes.
We got
because
minus 1.
Missed.
Nah.
Bwing still has an arc, so range 1. Spends a target lock. He'll reacquire a target lock with his fire control.
Cool.
2 hits and a crit.
2 hits. Crit.
So 2 dice. So 2 hits and a crit. 1,
He's gone.
2, and
18 by 21.
He's gone.
so Bubba is dead.
Game over.
Game over.
Game over, man. Game over. That's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
The build a lot of time with interceptors, the first guy that died